The Attorney General's office in New York, we have two basic functions. One is we do some cases that are national in impact, that are dealing with federal officials, national issues, statewide issues. We're in the midst of an issue now that's very important to us, dealing with the financial institutions that get federal bailout money and what their responsibilities are. Right? The federal government passed a federal bailout package, and they're now giving billions and billions of dollars to companies, to stabilize companies, and I think that's a good idea because the alternative would be worse. But now we're finding out that some of these banks that are getting bailout money are intending to turn around and do bonuses, executive compensation bonuses, to the senior executives paid for with the taxpayers' money through the bailout.
Boo hiss.
Boo hiss is right. Our position is the legal equivalent of boo hiss, which is look at the situation from the taxpayer's point of view. First, the economy tanks. Taxpayers all across this nation, not just this state, lose 20, 25, 30% of their IRA, their 401ks. The federal government's response is we're going to invest tax dollars into these companies. Not that the taxpayers said we want to do it, right? It was like a forced investment because it was in the best interest of the company. And now the company is going to turn around and pay performance bonuses with the taxpayers' money. It is unacceptable. By the way, look at the concept performance bonus. How can you give a performance bonus to these CEOs? Because if they had performed, we wouldn't be in this place in the first place, right? If they deserve and the fact that they're going to pay these performance bonuses with tax dollars just adds insult to injury. So we're fighting that fight. We're starting with a company called AIG, which was the largest. AIG was even, frankly, from my point of view, more egregious. AIG is basically bankrupt but for the taxpayers. About $140 billion and counting. AIG gets the infusion. And one of the first things they do is start to do conferences, resorts, funded now with tax dollars. One of the real things that caught my eye was right after the taxpayers' infusion, literally the week after the infusion, some of the senior executives get on a Learjet and go to Europe on a pheasant hunting trip. Why? Well, they were under a lot of pressure. You know, they had a few weeks before they got the taxpayers' money. It wasn't actually a pheasant hunting trip. That would be a little non-specific. It was a combination trip, not just pheasant hunting. It was pheasant hunting and fine wine tasting. It's a combination. Because you really can't go pheasant hunting without a fine wine. You know, it's a different experience. But our position was, look, now that the taxpayers have infused capital, we're not going to allow these types of activities. AIG has canceled over 500 conferences that they had planned, which we believe were extravagant and beyond the ordinary course of business. They stopped a $600 million bonus pool that they were going to go give to certain employees. So we're working on issues like this, and these are important issues because we protect the taxpayers, and these are tax dollars, and we're your attorneys. So we're working on issues like that.